Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 39 of the AFK Podcast. I am surprisingly your host this week,
Hooray!
Nathan. We're broken the schedule, and
Yes,
I'm joined obviously
Nathan as
by
well.
Isaac and Daniel. So,
As
Yo,
always,
yeah, as always.
well, most times.
Well, I mean, Daniel's only missed like one, I think.
Yeah, I've
You've
only
missed
missed
the
like
most.
2. I've only missed 2, I
I
swear.
think you've missed more. Maybe you've
Actually,
missed
it might be 3.
3. I think Daniel's missed the
Yeah.
least. I think
yo,
I've only missed them because I've either been ill or
I'm dedicated
that's
for you
it.
lot.
Yeah, me too.
I've literally only missed them because I've
Definitely
been
more
ill.
of a reason.
I missed it because of work one time.
Yeah, because
That
we
was
had
it.
that week where we didn't do anything else because I just came back from my
Oh
trip,
yeah.
so I was
Wait,
very
then
tired.
4 actually.
But that one doesn't count 'cause we didn't record an episode that week.
Yeah, it
So-
doesn't count.
Yeah, we have a very busy.
Very busy.
Well, the start of this week, we had one of the biggest drops of this year. I don't think anything really could.
Pretty small indie game.
So
Pretty small
we'll
indie
start.
game.
So obviously,
Yeah,
last
you
week,
guys might not have heard about it.
maybe you
I
would
hadn't
have.
heard of it before this.
So last week it was confirmed that GTA 6 has been delayed until next May, the 26th. May 26th, 2026, which actually, I saw something about that. That is also the day, I think it was Bonnie and Clyde's funeral. Now, Bonnie and Clyde are
Yes, I did see
rumored
that
to
as well.
like
Mhm.
be inspired by,
Yeah.
Lucia and Jason are inspired by Bonnie and Clyde. So if that's true, that's a cool little coincidence, or on purpose, sorry. So yeah, so that was delayed. We were very sad. We even said like, oh, I kind of wish they gave us something to kind of soften the blow. And Rockstar on a random Tuesday afternoon here were just like, here's trailer 2, 70 new screenshots, and loads of information on the world and the characters. So, boom, the floodgates were open. Trailer 2 is
Great.
absolutely amazing. The game looks stunning. It was confirmed later on that so the game is captured on a base PS5 and is equal parts gameplay and cutscenes. So,
That's pretty good.
holy shit, this game looks beautiful. Obviously we've got 70
It does look very good.
screenshots on the website, which look also amazing. Like they gave us obviously some details on the characters, so we learn about Jason, his kind of history of him being ex-military, and how he kind of like works selling drugs and stuff. Lucia, we learned from Liberty City, I believe it is, and she again she sells drugs. So get little details on them, and then loads of side characters. We got details on them, and yeah. What do you say, Isaac?
I was gonna say it's pretty cool, the new stuff.
Mm.
I've looked at all the new stuff, so
Yeah. So
Honestly, I didn't believe it when Butterworth said there was a trailer at first. I just kind of like, oh, I humoured it by searching it, and I was so surprised when I saw something on my
yeah, I
YouTube.
did. I think because it was like when I remember watching the first trailer and I saw it and I thought this isn't real. Like I even clicked I clicked on Rockstar's account and I thought that's not Rock, like that can't be real. And because like I was in such disbelief that it was because it was leaked 2 years ago almost now. Almost two. It's been over a year since the first trailer came out. It was obviously leaked because people went in to like because I think they had it uploaded but it was unlisted so people could like hack into YouTube and find it. And then they then leaked it. Thankfully, I think that's why they didn't announce anything for this trailer, just because they were worried about it getting leaked again. But
fair enough.
amazing trailer, great music choice. The game it looks so good. It looks amazing. It was. I can see why they delayed it a year, and
Yeah.
it looks so good. Like the details of the city and I guess the map on the website. It's so detailed. So everything's different. You've got obviously like kind of our wetlands, the city areas, the more rundown area. Like, it looks amazing. So
Yeah, the whole map looks really good, and I look forward to playing it.
Mm-hmm. I would look forward to it. If we had a fucking
Well, yeah,
PC release date.
You've just been
I'm
screwed
just
over.
gonna, there's gonna be a PC emulation. I'll just use that.
You've gone
Yeah.
run like shit though. Actually, I don't really even work. I don't know how good. I'm guessing I don't think PS5 emulations are that good. So
It'll be pretty
I'm like,
cool.
I've got
once it's
twice. I've
released
got like
on all
twice at least
platforms.
of the minute performance of PS5. I can figure it out.
yeah, but they're usually quite more powerful. I know like 360 and PS3 ports are emulation's really difficult, and like you need a really really good PC to run PS3 emulated games. But anyway, we don't pirate stuff here, so why are we on about this?
Yeah, we don't pirate anything here.
Nope. Fuck your
So-
prices. I refuse to pay
Pirating
them.
is
Yeah.
not
Piracy all
cool.
the
We
way.
should not do that,
game
guys.
looks awesome. The screenshots look cool. The details look awesome. So I'm hyped. I'm glad they delayed it, and now I just want to play this game. So yeah, I
Yeah,
would like a
fair
bit
enough.
more gameplay because obviously, I when I saw this, I thought there's little bits of gameplay in here. There's a bit when Jason jumps on the back of a car Lucia's driving. It looks like gameplay. The way that Lucia's moving, it looks really her face looks very static. It looks like she's like in a basic face animation kind of thing. And there's other little bits where it looks like it's gameplay. But yeah, it's awesome. This thing's running on a base PS5 as well, not a PS5 Pro. So don't need to spend 700 quid on a new console for this thing, which is nice. And also confirms that Sony will have marketing rights for this game, which I know was rumored for a little bit that they would get the marketing rights, and they do. So I'm gonna guess they will sell this game with a PS5 Pro bundle, because that thing would sell very well. So, with all GTA 6 and the trailers, I decided, I came to everyone and I said, guys, bring up to 5 trailers that you really like from
5
games.
trailers, yes.
Daniel, you came up with 5. I came up with 5.
Yep.
Isaac did fuck all until 10 minutes before we started
Look,
recording.
I forgot about it.
I reminded you
But
at
in all
11 o'clock
fairness-
today. So
Okay, yeah, but you didn't at me, so it
well,
doesn't count.
this man mutes Discord channels that are not used for
I've
some
muted
reason. That is
every
so
single
dumb.
Discord server I'm in, okay? That is not...
We don't use this
It's
when
so
we're in.
annoying.
It's just weird.
Well, we use this one once a week on a
We
Sunday.
only use it for Sundays. And
Sunday evening, if you want to narrow it down even further.
But I've muted them all, okay?
And
So...
but I said this on the 8th, so I give us 4 days to do this.
Look, okay, we can stop complaining because I've got my 5 trailers.
Well, we want to
okay.
go last, so
Yeah, sure, I'll go last.
Daniel, do you want to give your 5 trailers first?
You want to go first? Right, so we're literally just listing them then.
Just talk about them. Don't rank them.
Okay, right.
So just kind of like, I like
I'm
this
going to
trailer.
rank them anyway, it's more
Okay.
fun. So, coming in number 5, we have the Ori and the Will of the Wisps reveal trailer. As you probably see that I'll link to my playlist in for all my trailers.
Yes.
I think it's a very, very beautiful trailer. Just showcases the game's visuals and music, gives you an idea of the story. It's short, it's simple, it's sweet.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Not to mention, every single graphic you see in the trailer is the actual graphics in the game. So, yeah. Absolutely stunning.
Fair enough.
And, yeah, that's my number 5. And then moving on to number 4, we have the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order launch trailer. A very, very nice trailer, showcases all aspects of the game again. It shows the gameplay, the cinematics, hints to the narrative, the characters, just the overall theme, really, really well put together. I say I always love like some fucking what's the editing technique called where it's edited to the music?
Oh. Shit, not motion action. I know what you mean though.
Yeah, you know exactly what I mean. I'll try and find the term. Hold on.
Montage.
I won't bother now.
TikTok
But no,
edit,
there
there
is
you
a term for it.
Yeah.
But no, it's just a really good trailer, and I remember like seeing Fallen Order and getting so excited for it. Like when it first came out. One of my favorite. I mean, all of the games in this list are some of my favorite games of all time. So, yeah, absolutely
enough,
banging trailer. On to number 3, we have one which I think we can all agree is an absolutely banging trailer: the Helldivers 2: Omens of Tyranny trailer.
Yeah, that is a good trailer.
You stayed up. Did both of you stay
Yeah.
up when this got shown?
Yes.
Yeah.
This was
I did
Game
fall
Awards
asleep
trailer.
later on that night, but yes.
You know, I didn't see this till the morning. I just woke up, checked my phone, noticed Helldivers had uploaded on YouTube, immediately clicked on it. I was fully awake. But no, it's such a
Fair
well done
enough.
trailer. The intro cinematic is really nice. The cut to gameplay, the music choice, the shenanigans. It's one of the most like perfect trailers for a game.
It is a really
I'd
good
say. And
Yeah.
I will be coming back to this topic a little later on in this episode. Would you believe it? For a different discussion that we will get into.
Oh wait, yeah,
Yeah.
I remember now. I forgot.
Yep.
Nice, Isaac.
Memory of a
Really.
sponge.
When we got
And
there.
Memory
now,
eyes.
on to the next trailer. We have, there's no surprise that I picked this one. Cyberpunk 2077's official launch trailer.
Mm.
Again, a great trailer. Showcases the game's visuals, which there are a few which were a bit meh back in 1.0, particularly Keanu Reeves' face.
Yeah, I remember his face being
Um, yeah, I was about to say,
not
I'm
the
not sure
best.
if you played much of 1.0, Nathan, but his
I
face
played
is
at launch, so
his new model is a lot better. Yeah,
mm.
but I don't know how far you got in, whether you gave up on Act
uh,
1 or not.
I think it was around then when I just kind of gave up.
Mm.
But I remember seeing Keanu Reeves' face. It looked not great.
Okay, you would have got to Act 2 then. But no. Just a really good trailer. Immediately kind of brings you into it, like the whole like motivation of the game, immediately in on the action. And then it kind of just takes it's just really well put together trailer. I actually analysed this for a media assignment back in
Oh, that's
college.
pretty cool.
But no. And the song choice, obviously, the Never Fade Away by Olga. Oh, what's her name? Oh, Olga Olga Jankowska? I've probably
What
butchered that.
name?
My apologies. I really struggle with pronouncing like Polish names. But yeah, no, absolutely banging. If you've not seen this trailer, watch it because you will surely want to play this game, and this is a banger. And to keep on the theme, my favorite game, the next one is the Phantom Liberty official launch trailer
Mm.
for all the same reasons.
Is
But this time
this
instead of Olga,
the?
it is Dawid Poziadlo.
Oh, I thought this was the trailer where he was on the train.
No, that's the cinematic trailer. I'm talking about the launch trailer. It's the one which has Phantom Liberty as the music in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Pooping on the train.
No, he's not pooping on the train.
No.
Okay.
But just seeing this trailer before the game launched, just absolutely. I was gonna buy it anyway, but this like fully put nail in coffin, and I got impatient and decided to order an SSD that very day
Fair enough.
because I really want to play this damn DLC.
Yep.
And yeah, that is my top 5 game trailers, which I ranked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So for mine, I was like, I like this one, so choose that one. But there's a lot. I like to go back and rewatch trailers that I really like.
I wonder which one's gonna be on here.
So one on here is the Spider-Man Miles Morales announcement trailer. So back when this came out, this was the PlayStation 5 reveal showcase, which was 5 years ago, I believe now, or almost 5 years ago. And this was around the time when I started really getting into like video game directs and stuff. So seeing this live was awesome. I never remember my reaction. The music was also really good. It has the song. I believe
Sorry
it's
if you
the
heard that.
song. I did hear that when Miles makes his suit in the game for the first time. The black and red
Mhm.
one. That's the song they play in the
Yeah.
trailer, and it's just a fun. Like it's fun. It shows some like action set pieces from like the bridge scene. You get little bits of his
Mhm.
powers. You see some of the new animations. Like it's just a nice kind of trailer. It sets up the game very well, and
Yeah.
yeah, the kind of little nostalgia I guess I have for it. It kind of amps up a bit. Yeah,
Mhm.
I love it.
Isaac, have you played Miles Morales yet?
No, I've only played the first Spider-Man game.
Okay.
Are you watching TikToks?
No,
Yes, you are.
no,
We
I'm
can
not
hear them.
watching.
They're
Right.
so loud.
What? Yeah, I'm not watching stuff.
You are.
That
And then
that's not cool, guys. It's not cool to do that.
yeah. Then I have the Astrobot announcement trailer. This unsurprisingly, I kind of like this game. This game's pretty good. I've spoken about it a few times on here, but I just love kind of like this trailer. Obviously, it starts off quite slower paced, and then as it goes along,
Hmm.
it gets more faster and faster and faster, and the music builds. So it's awesome. It's so much fun. It kind of encapsulates everything that I love about this game. It shows off loads of different like levels and gameplay mechanics. It's just awesome. And like I said, I love the music in the trailer and at the end. Though it keeps getting faster and faster and faster and more hectic and more fun. It's Astrobot. It's peak, man. This game's good. Yeah. Any excuse I can get to glaze Astrobot, I always try and chuck it in there. Next up we have the Tears of the Kingdom trailer 3. Um, I think this is the trailer I believe was delayed because the Queen had died right around they were going to show this trailer. Was this a title drop trailer? I can't remember. Oh no, it might have been the trailer before this. I remember when this game was coming out, because obviously it's called Tears of the Kingdom. They were marketing it around when the Queen died, so they were like, "Ooh, let's probably not announce the name of this game right around when she dies." So, but the trailer's
What
awesome.
game's
It's got
this?
this is Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, okay.
Um, I've actually been playing this game, which I'll talk about later
I
on.
didn't know.
But this kind of showcases little bits of the story and like the world, and then it picks up right around the halfway point, and the trumpets come in. Oh my god! This game's main theme is absolutely amazing. I highly recommend watching this trailer, and it's the music, man. It's just so good. This game is just peak. Yeah, absolute banger. And I guess I could say the same for the next trailer, which is the Persona 5 Royal. I believe this is the Finish'em trailer. Yes. So this was the one that they launched when it got ported to the Xbox and the Switch and PC. And
Mhm.
I guess this is similar to the one that you want about, Daniel, the Cyberpunk one with the Actually, was it Cyberpunk? It might be the Star Wars one, where it's edited like. Although I think this one's edited
I
to
mean, a
like
lot of
match on
them. I
actions.
think all the trailers I have that are pretty much like that. Yeah,
Like if
that's
characters
just a
like
technique I love.
do certain stuff, they'll edit it into another shot, which it links it. It's really fun, and obviously it has Takeover, which is the best battle theme ever. So peak, and yeah, it's Persona 5. Again, anytime I can glaze Persona 5 Royal, I will. It's one of the best games ever made. So yeah, awesome. I love this trailer. I love the end bit. It gives me little goosebumps of my memories of playing this game. So, and then my final trailer, which I think you might have predicted, it was the Breath of the Wild January
No,
2017 Direct trailer.
really?
This is my shit. I
It's not
adore
like
this
you
trailer.
wouldn't shut up about it on the way to
This is
London.
peak. This trailer means a lot to me, and this game means a lot to me. Like, this is one of the best gaming experiences I've ever had. And again, I love the way that the music kicks in. I just it captures everything about this game that I love,
Mhm.
and it makes me to tears every time. This and the Tears of the Kingdom trailer, they make me cry, man. So I love them so much. Yeah, those are some trailers that I really. Obviously, I'm sure there's loads more, but I just could not remember because there's hundreds of directs,
Yeah.
and these are the ones that usually stand out to me, and the ones I go, that's a good trailer. I like to rewatch that one.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, it was difficult when I was making my list because it's like, oh, do I want to do that one? Do that one? And
yeah,
then even as you were saying your trailers, you said the Miles Morales. I completely forgot about Spider-Man trailers
yeah.
because
There's a Spider-Man trailer that I really like, but I can never
that
find it
Spider-Man
anywhere.
one trailer, the one where he's falling down,
Mm.
like, and he swings back up to fight. What's it?
He fights the Sinister Six.
Is it
Well, it's the missing
responsibility?
negative versions of them.
Yeah, it's a negative
Yeah,
one. Yeah, that's like such a good
that's
trailer.
a good trailer.
And then even then, like there were ones that I knew about, and it was just like debating, like the Star.
Mm.
You remember the Star Wars Jedi like reveal?
For Survivor.
I mean, yeah, Survivor, yeah.
Yes, I think I remember that one.
Because I remember just being so hyped because we watched it live.
I think I remember that. I don't remember. Doesn't he go into like that room and he
It's the one
sees
where the
Dagon's
senator's
tube?
talking like, "What's your next move, Cal Kestis?" And it cuts to the back to tank with Dagon
Oh
in it.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, absolute banger. Anyway, on to Isaac's trailers, I
Isaac,
think.
what's in your selection that you definitely didn't come up with in 10 minutes? Isaac, Isaac isn't. I'm
Just
I
hang
did
looking at
on.
not
this.
realize I
They are
was
all
muted there. I did not
Stellaris.
realize
There
I
is
was
no
muted
variety
there.
in this list.
I did not realize I was muted there. Okay. I didn't even know why I was muted. But as I was saying, I have exquisite taste in games. And I only play peak games that deserve Game of the Year. Um, for example,
What a great
Stellaris.
playtime.
So, number one, well, my number five trailer out of all of these is probably Federation's story trailer. I remember when this dropped, I was like, this is peak. Um, Literally all these trailers, they give me goosebumps like every time I watch them. The music is perfect, the visuals are amazing. Even the ones that released 7 years ago, 8 years ago, they are still so good. And just really epic and cool. So, Federations, nothing. And then the next best one is probably Utopia Path to Ascension. At the end, when they say Utopia at the same time, Mind blown. With the Dyson sphere in the background and the two fleets approaching
this
each
one?
other. That is so cool.
Which trailer is this?
Utopia Path to Ascension.
Oh.
And then the next one is Aquatics. I remember waiting too long for Aquatics. I remember saying to Dom, who you may or may not know, he's Dom.
I don't think it's ever been on
I remember
here.
saying to Dom, they need to make aquatic species, Dom. They need to do it. And he was like, okay, that's great. And I was like, they're going to do it one day. And then the trailer dropped. And then I was just the happiest man on the planet. I love aquatics so much. They're so cool. They're just underwater fish. It's so cool.
I think you can kind of tell you
think
made this in like
get...
5 minutes. I think. I like it.
Look, okay.
Cool. The fish in it are
I may
underwater.
have the vocabulary of a
Cool.
6-year-old. That's not the point, okay? Now we're on to the ones I've actually watched for Ellie recently. Apocalypse, the release and story trailer. This one, I remember watching this one after, not when it came out, because I don't even think I played Stellaris when it came out, but a bit after I watched it, and this trailer was so cool.
Well, you watched it a bit after you watched it. You just...
Yeah.
This guy's brain is not raining, bro.
No, it's not. I watched it a bit after I started playing Stellaris.
There we go.
That's what I meant to say. And Apocalypse, man, such a good DLC. It's perfect. And the story trailer. It's basically the United Nations of Earth are going to war with an alien species, and the alien species has big laser which blows up planets. But and it's not the Death Star actually.
That
it's
is
called
the
a
Death
Colossus.
Star.
It's called a Colossus.
Big laser that blows up planets.
It's called a Colossus.
Death Star.
It's
pretty sure
well,
that's
actually,
a Death Star.
It doesn't laser planets. It drills a hole to the center of the planet, then sends a pulse into the center of the planet, causing tectonic disruptions around the planet.
He just fucking shot a laser. I'm watching the trailer. He just shot a laser and blew it up.
Well, you clearly haven't played Stellaris because you don't know how Colossuses work.
Brother, we played Stellaris.
We played it with you.
Yeah, but you've never used a Colossus, so you don't know how fun it is to blow up a planet full of innocent civilians.
I'm gonna get a fourth opinion. Is it a Colossus?
Colossus.
Did you say a Colossus?
Colossus.
What's your last one?
Shut up. But anyway, I'm not done with Apocalypse yet.
Oh. Jesus.
But right, and it's shown from the story of this one woman, and she sacrifices herself to try and save Earth, but it don't work. But that's not important. And then Distant Stars. I remember when this one came out. I remember when Distant Stars came out. I got it up on my Xbox, turned my TV volume to 100, and in the first 5 seconds, I got goosebumps because the music is just so peak. At the end, with the L gate, when they're coming out the L gate, so peak. And just honestly. Just Stellaris, man.
I put it up on my Xbox and I put it on full volume and I got goosebumps.
So cool and it's so epic and so cool and just cool. It's just cool, okay? It's just so cool. Like cool fish, cool planets, cool space stations, cool Stellaris, cool stuff. Okay, it's just cool stuff.
I forgot the Sonic Unleashed Next Gen launch trailer. That's a pretty good one.
I got a fourth opinion on the Death Star thing.
I didn't want to include like loads of trailers.
Yeah, the Planet Cracker one is kind of, but it isn't exactly the same as a Death Star.
It sounds like a Death Star. It shoots a big laser that blows up planets. That's a Death Star.
The laser doesn't blow up the planet.
It does.
It doesn't.
It does in the trailer. But
the trailer is not accurate to the game because it was being released.
Yeah, because the trailers aren't. That's
well,
why
my point is. My point is.
Gameplay in them. So. Right, what? Your point is.
My point is.
That it's a Death Star.
The Colossus comes to the planet, shoots a beam, which drills into the center of the planet, the core of the planet, which keeps everything stable.
So the
then
laser
shoots a big energy in the beam. Yeah, the laser goes overload energy, goes into the core of the planet. it doesn't blow the planet up. It causes a chain reaction of tectonic and seismic
Ugh.
events in the planet, causing the
Yeah, but the
planet
laser
to
did this though.
explode.
The laser blew it up. The laser shot
Yeah,
up
but
at the planet and blew it up.
if you follow the chain of causation, yes, but
Yeah,
the laser
exactly.
wasn't one. The laser isn't
The
causing the
laser
planet
blew
to
up the
explode.
planet.
The planet is causing the planet to explode.
Yeah, because of the laser.
And a fucking worms. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
because the laser
Because
was
the laser
there,
blew up
but
the
if the
planet.
laser wasn't there, the planet would still eventually explode.
Ah, who cares? The laser blew up the planet.
Oh, I hate
That
you.
is the most Stellaris we will ever talk about this entire podcast.
No, it's not.
I will make sure it is.
I'm making Stellaris Week. It's like Shark Week, but Stellaris.
Please don't.
I'm doing that.
I'd actually rather die. What the hell are these things on about, Daniel? Okay, right.
What that I'm putting on, ignore
So,
for now.
that was GTA 6. And I guess Stellaris, I guess, as well.
Stellaris.
Should we get back
No,
on track? So obviously announced on Monday. I don't want to say obviously.
Wait, before
Oh
we
my
get back
god!
on
If you
track,
yap about Stellaris one more time, what?
no, can I have editing permission so I can add something to the thing?
Just say it now. What?
If it's just a fucking
No,
Stellaris image.
I need to add stuff to it.
No, I mean no.
No, it's reviews. It's reviews later on.
We're not
man.
talking about
I'm gonna
this.
forget.
We're not talking about Stellaris.
No, not Stellaris reviews. Not Stellaris reviews. Reviews for Walking Dead and fucking
What?
Last of Us.
What about this? What are you on about that for?
Because of the new Walking Dead show that's releasing and The Last of Us, which is coming out. I've watched the episodes.
Oh, no one cares about them. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
You can
fuck.
talk about them. Sure. Very
What, now or later?
Just plug them in now. We'll leave this all in. Everyone, you
Right.
can listen to Isaac. Forget everything, I guess. So while I was
Yeah.
doing that, I will get us on to our next topic because we are still on the first topic and we're half an hour in.
Still don't have editing permission.
You know, you do.
No, I don't.
Why are you not sending it to Google? So if
I
anyone
am
would like to
signed
be
into Google.
to be the replacement for Isaac on the podcast,
What? I'm requesting a request sent to owner.
I'm gonna give you it.
Let me
There we
in.
go. I've let you in. Right. So
Okay, no.
on
Ignore being
Monday-
all over this page, Isaac.
it was Monday. It was announced that Gears of War 1 Reloaded is coming to PlayStation 5, Series X, Steam, and Steam on August 28th. So there was no Switch 2 mentioned. This is pretty. We knew this was coming. We knew Gears of War was coming to PlayStation. And I think if it was the trilogy, it would be so much more cooler. This is just kind of like a game
Yeah.
that I don't really care
I'm
about.
assuming they just want to put one of the games out before the release of E-Day on all platforms, so people have some idea.
Yeah. Although I wonder
So obviously,
why...
E-Day is going to lead into Gears of War 1. So it's
then
probably going to be something that maybe
E-Day's
want
not coming out
people
till
to
what, next
understand.
year? I don't think E-Day's not coming out this year. So I don't know why they don't just like wait a bit and then bring out the entire trilogy. Then people can play all three. Just one game. It just
No clue.
it just seems kind of
That's
like
my only
it just kind of
explanation for this one.
exists. And who cares? Because then the GTA 6 trailer came out the day after, so everyone forgot this happened. Yeah, no Switch 2. That's kind of weird. I feel like they'd want to put it on Switch 2. They said they want to work with Nintendo more. So, yeah, maybe Switch 2 later on. But, yeah. Now we're to something which, to us, we don't really care about, but there is something in here that we should care
I wanna
about
play
for the
these
future of
games at
gaming.
some point.
So, Mafia 4, it was leaked like 2 months ago that it was coming out in August, on August 8th. And then yesterday or the day before, they were like, Mafia 4 is coming to August 8th. And August 8th. And they also announced the price, £45 or $50. That is very good. If you look at the Metacritic for the highest rated games of this year, top 3 are all under 60. Claire Obscure, I believe, is 50. Split Fiction is 40. Blueprints is an indie game, so I think it's about like 30 quid. So
Yeah.
that is very good. The most popular game, the highest rated games of this year are not 80, 70 pound AAA game. They're
I'm so
smaller
glad to see
games
affordable gaming.
that are about 40, 50 quid. And Mafia 4 being £45, with how big it looks like a I'm guessing this game will have a big open world with stuff to do. That's good. And I'm guessing this
Very,
game will
very
do a
good.
lot better because it's 45 quid. So people will be like, oh, I'll try that.
Mm-hmm.
There's no GTA 6 coming this year, so this might be a good kind of placeholder for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really think there's many games coming out in August. So, except the Gears of 1 remake, which I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that'll sell well, obviously. But,
Yeah, I might get it.
I'm
I do want
glad
to play.
this is coming. I think if you own the remaster, you get it for free of the first game,
Mm-hmm.
so that's pretty cool. But yeah, Mafia 4 being 45 is very good and very important for the industry, and let's just hope we get more. I'm sure we will. Clair Obscur's sold 3 million, is it?
I have no clue at the minute,
I
unless
think.
that's bad because I was just talking about it the other night.
I'll look what Split Fiction sold.
3
I think that's
mil.
sold 3 million. I think it's that one. Oh no, I'm thinking Kingdom Come. That sold 3 million, I believe.
Right. That's the only thing I know was it was sold 2 million
So
in
Split
was
Fiction
it
has
2?
sold 4 million
12 days.
by May of this year. That's a £40 game. That's very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
How much is Clair Obscur sold?
They've sold 2 million copies after 12 days. That's the last
That's
news we
really
got.
good.
I believe we. Yeah.
Yeah, that's still really
Banging
good.
game, by the way.
So yeah,
Wish I could know life a bit more, but uni.
and I say we have a £70 game coming out next week, which I'm sure will be very good.
Mhm.
With obviously Doom, which what is that game sitting on Metacritic wise? I don't actually remember. An 85. Ooh, that's lower than I thought it'd be. But yeah, 45 quid. Good. Keep doing that. We like it over here. So now we have Helldivers 2 podcast. I'm gonna let Daniel and
Yeah.
Isaac talk about this because I don't know what any of this
I have
means.
no idea.
This
Don't
is a
worry, I've got into a
clusterfuck.
little rabbit hole.
So Daniel, take it away.
Right, so let's talk about the big news this week. A few days ago, a live stream started being broadcasted on a brand new YouTube channel, and many members of community management changed their profile pictures. For those of you who haven't heard, Station 81 is the current ARG event being held by Arrowhead for Helldivers, where we are observing a satellite in super Earth orbit that is undergoing a data block. Now, as of recording, we are 75% recovered, but this has led to a lot of theories on what it could mean for the May 13th event. Because obviously there is a Meridia black hole party on one of the planets, Widow's Harbour, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, this is just very conveniently timed, and as a lot of people are pointing out, very Halo Reach inspired, it seems. A lot of people are theorizing we're going to have like the Illumina invade Super Earth on the day of the party or whenever we finish recovering all the data, which I think is a very solid theory. That's my personal theory as well. I think that there's even like people are pointing out like some sort of Halo Reach references. These are a bit reaching, no pun intended,
A
but
thing.
yeah. So currently the ones I remember are the first string of numbers that we pulled when trying to break the code was 2552. And to the Halo nerds, they will know that that is the year that the franchise kicks off, when Halo Reach takes place. Another reference is one of the strings has the number 117. Another conveniently placed number, as that is Master Chief's little number code. So yeah, very, very Halo Reach vibes. Very, very fun ARG, a very unique event. And yeah, hopefully we will get a Omens of Tyranny level trailer very, very soon.
Mm-hmm.
Hooray!
And
We
to
mentioned.
other news.
Oh, sorry, the trailers. The one that they deleted. Sony did.
Right, that. I completely forgot about that. Yes. Sony released, let me go try and find see if it's on Reddit still,
Mm-hmm.
a brand new trailer for Helldivers, which was very quickly taken down. And, well, it was weird, but me and Nathan kind of got theorizing, and I personally believe, could it possibly be an Xbox launch trailer?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be
'Cause
crazy.
the entire trailer is just kind of, were you there? Were you there? Were
Be
you
there
there?
for
So like it
Malevolent
mentioned the Creek,
Creek,
Meridia, Calypso,
the Super
all
Colonies.
sorts of events. The Meridia Super Colony
Ah,
was Super Colony. And obviously the Gloom expeditions. I don't know if it mentioned. Did it mention that? I can't remember. Those are the three I remember, obviously.
mm.
It's like it ends the trailer on "Will you be there for the future to come" and stuff like that. I would absolutely love if we got an Xbox port of this game, so that even more of us could hop on.
Mm.
I think at the rate the war's going, we need more people.
You're acting like we're not going to have the highest player count ever if the Super Earth invasion theory is correct.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So many players will be returning. It will be insane.
And plus, back on with that Mafia thing, £40
Mhm,
game.
exactly.
So make more. Make more
Hmm.
double A £40 games.
Exactly. Make affordable gaming. That's what we want. And then
Mm.
onto the little clusterfuck of information I've thrown on here. Shams Jorjani was very, very active recently in Discord, answering a lot of community questions. Starting with talking about how super credits are going to work and how they want to tweak them to make it better so that people stop kind of grinding levels 1 to 3 to get super credits for new war bonds. There's no like actual news on how they want to do this yet, but we just know that they do want to do it. I believe they also talked about this a while back. And they're also just kind of talking about no loot boxes and etc. stuff like that. They just want to kind of avoid that with Helldivers.
Mm. Realised I didn't have my mic muted,
Fair
so
enough.
that picked up me
Oh,
swallowing
fun.
that drink. I'm very sorry.
Then on to some other stuff regarding war bonds. Obviously, the new war bond reveal has sparked a little bit of criticism with the community. A lot of items feel kind of useless, and I can agree to an extent, but then again, rule of cool and shenanigans. But no, a few things did feel kind of useless, like the sample booster. That has no purpose for me, and the claim it's for new players to catch up when it's in a paid war bond kind of doesn't work.
Mm.
Ooh, do you have?
Uh,
That reminds me.
what's up?
Super
Oh
Citizen
yeah, and the
Edition.
war bond. Oh yeah. Oh, that's
That
another thing.
changed.
Yes, which me and Nathan were on about. Citizen Edition cannot be purchased. It's now unlisted on the Steam
The
page.
upgrade for it, we should say.
Yeah, or the upgrade. You can buy the actual full edition with the base game, but you cannot upgrade to it after you've bought the base game at the minute.
Mm.
No clue what that entails,
And
but it's
also, they
something.
changed one of the rewards. It's you don't get a war bond anymore. It's the super credits, isn't it?
Yeah, you get 1,000 super credits instead of the war bond.
Oh.
So yeah, I mean that's what I got anyway, because I just contacted Sport because I already owned that war bond. But
Yeah, I don't think I own that
and
one.
I guess we should also talk about the new war bond actually as well, because I just realised that happened this week.
Mm.
It's been a very, very news
I
heavy
mean, there's
week.
also this here that I found on looking on the subreddit. So it was on May 6th. It was a year ago that Sony would be forced by the community to back down its mandatory PSN account policy to play Helldivers 2.
Hell
Obviously,
yeah.
obviously, there's some stuff region. There's still some regions that can't play this game,
Hmm.
sadly. But that
Yeah.
was May 6th. That does not feel like it was over a year ago.
Hmm.
I remember that
That's been a
happening.
bit
They
of
still need to
time.
bring that cape over. Just saying.
Yeah, no, we're still waiting on that bloody
It's
cape.
been almost a year now. So
Hmm.
yeah, the war
As
bond.
I say, we'll get into that as we get onto all this news. But moving on, back to what I was talking about war bonds, there is also talks of how they'd like to do more ship customization for your super destroyer in war bonds.
Good.
What that means, no clue. Maybe some color schemes, decorations, styles,
Shooting
outfits for
range.
your crew. A shooting range would be a great feature.
You can try out
But
with
yeah,
guns
some
though.
ship customization is just some more little stuff to help personalize the game. I think that'd be good.
And armor customization.
Hmm. And then talking on the reception of the war bond, Shams is only talking about how it is a very flavor-oriented war bond and how it is not for everyone, but their hope is that they will have something for everyone at some point
Hmm.
in a war bond, which is a good goal. But I do agree again with kind of the war bond quality. It's kind of gone down, and the pricing being the same as all the others is quite ridiculous.
Yeah, because they removed the what was it? Because I know they used to sell they had the three armors, and then they don't do that
Yeah,
anymore. That was
now just kind of
for
go for two.
the ship, the wraps, I guess would be called for like the vehicles and stuff. I think that's why
Yeah,
they
vehicle skins.
changed it.
Which another thing about war bonds, past war bonds which had mech skins and Hellpod skins and Pelican 1 skins, they will be going back to and adding FRV skins for the recon vehicle.
No, that's
So
nice.
keep an eye out for that in some of your favorite war bonds, like the fire safety and did the chemical agents one have one? I don't believe it did.
I don't know.
Yeah, but anyway, those war bonds which didn't have them, they will be going back to and adding them into it. So that's a good thing.
Sorry, Isaac, are you outside?
No.
I can hear birds chirping.
That's
In
probably
someone's
through
Yeah,
my
my
mind.
mic.
window's
My mic's
open.
been
Oh.
very, very sensitive at the minute.
It's like, who the fuck's
I
outside?
could not tell you why. Let me try unplugging it and plug it back in and see if that fixes it.
But yeah, I will say, looking at this war bond while Daniel's doing that, the main gun, the amendment, it does look just like the other like
It's just an upgraded
battle.
Constitution
Yeah,
rifle.
it just like shoots faster. I
No,
think
it's
it
the
does.
name, amendment, and Constitution.
And then
That's kind of the thing.
the sword, the
The
flag.
sword is cool, but melee is also kind of
I think the flag.
limited.
That seems
The
just kind
flag is cool. Yeah, it's a bit of. I do agree. It's a waste of a stratagem slot.
When they showed, I thought, is that really what they're adding? That's very
If
boring.
it had like a passive boost, like it gave people around it within a radius, democracy protects. It's like a 50% not to die because they're so inspired.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
And then I like
The
how
only things I
the
really
grenade looks like BB-8.
the grenade
So
will spin around, spewing like sparks and fire, and then explode. That's a pretty cool item.
yeah.
But no, the only things I'm really interested in is the primary, the capes, the banners, the throwable,
I
and the
like the armor.
title. The armor looks
It's a
cool,
bit
but I
bland, I
can't.
guess, but
The passive is basically just half of the oh, what's it called? You know the ones with the bionic arms and stuff,
oh yeah, I like those ones.
where they have the extra limb health and the increased grenade throw.
Mhm.
This armor is essentially just only boosted limb health,
Ah.
no grenade throw, so it's kind of yeah,
Mhm.
pretty nice. So yeah, they do really need to figure out some of the content kind of that they're putting in war bonds and the pricing, which does bring me on to
I think maybe 850 could be a good price for war bonds.
yeah.
So
And I put it in somewhere. I'm just trying to find all the clusterfuck.
it's
In fact, let me
through
just kind
all
of
of
delete it.
this. Yeah, just delete all
Yeah,
that you already spoke about.
yeah. Let's have a look. Here we go. War bonds, as with all systems in game, will be constantly under review and may get tweaked, but he has nothing firm to share at the minute. This was in response to a message asking about changing the prices of war bonds or making them bigger, which is a good thing that they do consider going back, and I do hope they do with some of these war bonds,
Mhm.
because a lot of them do feel like kind of, what's the point unless you've got all the other ones?
Yeah, it is also nice that they know that people that they're
Yeah.
like, yeah, we know that you're not overly excited about or not
Hmm.
on board with the prices, so like we're gonna try and see if we can like at least we know that they're trying to see how they can maybe make it better for everyone.
Yeah. And while we're talking of feedback, this is in response to someone asking how they deal with criticism and stuff. Talking about our thick skin, and they notice a lot of the community is very constructive, but also that they mostly use the low sodium Helldivers subreddit instead of the other two, like the Helldivers 2 subreddits,
What is the low
which
sodium? Oh, that was subreddit.
it's just another Reddit page that's out there, usually like a more less serious one, kinda,
Mhm.
where people are a bit less like angry all the
Oh, there's
time.
loads of them. There's a low sodium cyberpunk
Yeah.
subreddit and Destiny.
Hmm.
Bro, there is
Yeah,
no way there's a Destiny one for this. You Medab fan base.
I'm in the low sodium cyberpunk and Helldivers ones.
This is quite cool.
But yeah. So if you want your feedback and stuff to be recognized, maybe start posting it in there.
Mhm. Oh yeah, the new
If the
Warbond.
devs mainly using it.
They just have like armors, new toys. So they call them
Hmm.
new toys. New Warbond seems to have the
Yeah.
same amount of stuff as previous. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I,
So yeah, just thought I'd point that
I will definitely come
publication
back
out.
to the game if when the Super Earth invasion, if it does come.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But for now,
Right.
fine.
And
Maybe
let's
I'll
have
drop
a
in
look.
like randomly. But
Hmm. And while we're on that topic, let's talk about some of the more technical side of things. Namely, this is one I don't know if I talked about this because I'd asked Shams about this personally before,
Hmm.
and he's still got the same opinion. He is adamant on Helldivers staying on Stingray engine,
Uh-huh.
and again he stands by the phrase where the engine becomes better the more you invest into it.
Isn't this the same engine they used for the first game?
I don't know if it's the same. I don't know that much about Helldivers 1, but I just know it's a
I'll Google
very
that
old
while you
engine to the
discuss it.
point where you can't actually. Well, it's not really supported anymore.
I feel like I
It's not
remember
been
that from.
updated for a long, long time. Which, well, I do agree that yes, engines are only as good as developers. I do wonder, though. Well, no, 'cause there is limitations that engines will reach, mainly with new technologies.
A creation engine with Bethesda.
Hmm
I
But
love
yeah,
Oh yeah, they are
Fallout.
built on the same engine.
mm.
Stingray.
So I do respect like that half of the choice. There's also the other half which you kind of need to consider. We don't have a say in this, obviously, and they seem very adamant. We'll see how the future goes.
Mm.
Which, speaking of the future, here is a response to him talking about the future of keeping the game alive as a live service game. Talking about how ideas isn't the problem, and that the main problem will be that new players eventually stop coming in. Talking about how the current way they are able to put out the content and updates is because of the larger player base, which seems to dwindle, and therefore, if they do less, people might play. So yeah, it's about the future, and that does kind of raise a little concern. So obviously, these war bonds are kind of getting quite lackluster,
Yeah. I
which
do wish
paired
they
with
went
that
back to the
phrase makes you
three
a little
armors.
worried.
So
Yeah, it would be nice to get a bit more, like just a light, a medium, and a
there's
heavy.
so many
Because
medium armors. It's like in Overwatch when there's like look, there's too many DPS characters. I would take a bounce them out a little bit better.
yeah, and yet my favorite booster in the game doesn't have a medium armor variant, which
Hmm.
is so annoying. But anyway, I'm usually a light armor main anyway.
Hmm.
But yeah, uh,
Is that
and then
everything?
keeping with the
Oh, there's
technical thing. Oh, there's
still
still one, two,
fucking
three, four,
loads,
five,
man.
six more. Yeah, no,
Okay.
yeah, no, he was very active this one day.
Stay awake, everyone.
Talking about
Drink that
like
coffee. Drink David Lynch's
talking about
signature cup of coffee.
performance now with upscaling tricks such as fidelity, super resolution, and NVIDIA DLSS. Is DLSS in? I think it is, but I can't honestly remember. I usually hit the high frames anyway. Talking about how they're tricky to engineer, in which someone prompted him if Arrowhead has enough money to hire people on contracts for these features. Talking about how money isn't the issue and the ability to onboard new people while maintaining development canvas is the main issue there. Which again is kind of strange, but I guess also makes sense with how outdated the engine is. But yeah. And now on to the actual things that Nathan and Isaac will be interested in. Upcoming features and stuff that they're thinking of. So, obviously, there's going to be a focus on quality of life and performance for a while, but for actual new features, Shams Dojani has talked about how they are planning on transmog, which I have no idea what that means. Does anyone here?
Yeah, I'm listening. Sorry.
No.
No. I'll actually Google that. Transmog, which refers to changing appearance of an item or character. Okay, so that will be customization and stuff, changing appearances. Weapon and armor customization, which kind of relates to the last one again. Collabs with more brands, and all I'm saying, with the amount of Halo references, possibly a Halo collab.
Hopefully.
You guys are so fucking like dead right now.
Well, you're still you.
That'd be cool. It'd be
Well, yeah, I
cool.
know. Nathan,
Sorry.
you acting like you don't yap
I
about
know.
shit on the
Sorry.
weekly anyways. Do you not remember the Astrobot?
Uh,
Where we had to suffer through that. More
let's
progression,
not
more
go.
ship modules, and large new content, which is okay, but then he put Illuminate invasions every week.
Hmm.
And I'm kind of getting sick of the same kind of invasion over and over, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But then these last two are super interesting. Clan system, which we've talked about in the past from some leaks,
Oh yeah.
platoons, and boss fights. I
Boss
think could be
fights.
really fucking interesting.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool.
Mhm.
But yeah, and that is the last message he put on, and then the other things are just kind of about a permanent first person mode instead of just toggling between aiming. and a lightsaber from Helldivers 1 possibly being added.
I wouldn't really want a full
Hmm.
first person mode. I like third person.
Yeah, but it's just preference. It would be cool.
Maybe so you can.
I wouldn't mind doing it.
I
wouldn't mind
prefer
just doing
those.
like a fucking super Helldive in first person only.
Maybe it's like a toggle or something.
That'd be fun. That'd be
Yeah.
fun.
Is that every Helldivers 2 news?
That is everything Helldivers. We get it, Nathan.
Wait,
You've got the
Jesus
TikTok.
No, I'm just
Christ.
thinking. You go on for a while. I think you went over a good
Mhm.
20 minutes
As I said,
or something like that.
if
Maybe
you
less.
can't handle 10, 20 fucking minutes, then there's something wrong in your
But
brain.
okay. Next up, we have Nintendo's changes to their user agreements. No, I say agreements. So basically, there was a big Nintendo Switch update to kind of get ready for the Switch 2 launch in less than a month, which is insane to say because it feels like it was only yesterday I got my Switch 1. And we're already at the Switch 2. So they were updating some stuff, and they announced in the user
Hold
agreement
on.
if you are caught hacking, modding, or pirating on your Switch, Nintendo will brick your console. Do you know what that means, Isaac? Well, Isaac,
No.
that means that it is basically unplayable. You cannot use it. So, this is something which I can see why for pirating, because you're stealing the games at that point. But like modding or hacking, maybe hacking gets, but modding is like maybe a ban their account or something, but no brick their console. That's a bit much. Pirating, I can see why you want to brick it because, like I said, you're basically stealing from them.
Mhm.
But I do think for like modding, that's a bit overkill to brick a console for it.
Absolutely.
So
Also, I just hate it when like, I mean, I'm assuming mainly talking about modding to like add like pirated libraries and stuff.
yeah, that's what it was for the Switch One
Yeah.
and that's 3DS and stuff. So it's something where the internet saw that and took it and ran with it. It was like Nintendo's gonna break your console. It's like no, you have to be naughty. I think like they also said that to see how they're gonna like figure it out, they will be looking. They'll listen into your game chats again. People saw that they ran with it. Everyone does this. Xbox does this.
Yeah, most
Sony
companies
does
do.
this. Discord probably does this. Like it's
Mhm.
mainly for if you get reported for saying a slur, they can then go into that
Yeah.
party chat, find you saying it, and go, "Yep, you did it. You're getting banned for 2 weeks or however long
I'm
it is."
surprised more people don't realize this when there's literally a feature called clip lasts 30 seconds on
Yeah.
most consoles.
So it's just people that don't
It
really
has to be
understand.
always recording to do that.
So I'm surprised. Like again, I'm not surprised that they're gonna listen in. And then yeah, maybe don't brick someone's console for modding it. I mean, the pirating. Yeah, I understand pirating, but yeah. And again, Nintendo still going strong with lawsuits. The Palworld lawsuit, which I believe is what over a year old now. It must be.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no.
Has gotten even stupider.
So in the game Palworld, you can ride around on your pals. That has been removed by Nintendo.
Yep.
So
Fucking
you can't do that
stupid.
anymore. I think there's also some other stuff, but I can't remember. Yeah,
I genuinely don't see how they're getting away with so many of these patents.
that I don't
They're
understand.
just basic game mechanics.
Like the one about like using a bowl to capture a monster. Like I think that was the main one I saw. I was like, yeah, I mean, I guess that one I could.
Even
But
then,
this
though,
one
it's
is so
existed
weird.
in other before they
Um,
placed that patent. It still existed in other
yeah, because I
games,
think they placed it when
which should
Palworld
invalidate it.
announced.
The one that immediately comes to mind with both of these features actually is Ark Survival.
Oh yeah,
Cryopods
you
are
can.
essentially Pokeballs in Ark. You can use them. You can deploy things to do battle. It's not turn-based, but it still meets some of the criteria, which is patented, which is stupid. And gliding using creatures exists
That's
within
in so
Ark.
many games.
Yeah,
Oh no, they have to remove Ark. No.
this one. Please don't. I've spent way too much money on this franchise. But anyway,
Do it.
you can just give it to another publisher. That's
Kill
all
it.
I ask.
Kill it, Mario.
Don't kill it. Give it to another publisher.
Use before you
It's a
kill it,
solid
the
idea.
Nintendo use it for
It's
one-ups
sale.
and then get rid of it.
But no, Nintendo's just one of the scummiest companies out there. We discuss this
It's
like
sad.
quite regularly.
They're like Nintendo's
The
a
fall off
company
needs
that's
to be
split in
studied.
two. You have the developers of Nintendo that make some of the best games ever made, and then you have the business side of Nintendo, which is some of the worst businesses ever. They're horrible. They don't know how the world works, the modern day world works. and it
Yeah, they are
tarnishes
very, very.
the developer side of it all. So it's
Mhm.
not great.
Yeah, honestly, just fuck Nintendo. I don't say it enough.
Moving on. EA.
Yep. Actually, good news regarding this company
New
for
plans to charge
once.
£80 for games. $80.
Mhm.
Microtransactions.
Oh, yeah, it'll
Up
most
the
definitely be
wazoo.
microtransactions. I am just actually happy that the base games won't cost that much though, because that's always been my problem.
Yeah.
Microtransactions I can live with unless you're locking 90% of the game behind it,
Or
which
unless you're
EA
doing
does do.
what they were thinking of doing with
hmm
Battlefield, where you pay
Oh
to
god,
reload.
I'm so glad that CEO disappeared. Went to Unity, almost got that to fail, and then
I am kind of worried
I
that
don't know
maybe
where he
they'll
is at the minute.
think, oh, we can probably do that now. Like, we don't sell games for
They
80
definitely
quid.
cannot.
I mean, they'll
But,
try it.
but no.
They're
But
EA.
I'm just so glad that I'm not going to have to pay this much for the final Jedi game at the moment.
Yeah, that'll probably be like 70.
Yeah.
Which I think
So
was
yeah,
470.
rare EAW.
Yeah.
Very,
And
very rare.
hopefully, maybe
That's a
this
really
has
bad
come
news.
from Split Fiction selling 4 million in
Yeah.
2 months. So, or yeah, 2
Mm.
months. So again, we're letting that £40 domino fall, and it's working.
Mm.
So
Yep.
nice.
Not to mention, they also probably don't want any more backlash on top of all the respawn news.
Oh, true. Fucking hell. Timefall dead. Never coming back.
Yeah.
I
I
am
think we talked about
sitting
that
with it.
last week.
Yeah, we spoke about it last week, but yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
fully sat there. Like, this franchise is dead and gone. Dead sad, but oh well. We have Apex. We can play that. No.
Well, I'll be sticking my
So
Star Wars respawn games.
that is. We're an hour in and we've finished the gaming section.
Yeah, you're actually getting you're
So
getting the old AFK podcast back now.
mm,
We're actually putting in some
yeah.
well, some of us trying to put in some effort in the research.
So now we have our movies. Not much. Mainly MCU stuff, which is kind of what
hmm
we talk about here. But Thunderbolts, or I guess the new Avengers, it should be called, as they are
hmm
marketing it as that now.
3
Director
years
is
later.
reportedly being eyed for the future X-Men movie, which cool.
hmm
He had,
Very nice.
you
He
could
did a very
see
good job.
his kind of style through Thunderbolts,
Yeah.
which I think I also read something where that Kevin Feige's like, we've been fumbling a little bit, but we should be on track now. They know, get
Yeah.
this, guys. If you give your directors and writers full reins, they make a good movie.
hmm
What? No way. Yeah, they just learned this, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Not something we can talk about, because obviously he's being eyed. Um,
hmm I think I can see him doing well with it though.
I'd like to see him.
I
He
can
made
definitely see him
us.
doing justice.
Hmm,
After seeing Sentry's powers, I think he
yeah.
can definitely do a lot of X-Men characters' powers good justice.
And he understands, to me, what makes a good superhero movie. You
hmm
make the characters feel human first.
Absolutely.
And the
You want
Thunderbolts
characters
feel
to be
like human
relatable.
beings. They have struggles with like depression and loneliness and feeling
hmm
like they're just kind of thrown to the wayside. So hopefully we can get that with X-Men, especially with like X-Men
Yeah.
being about people being oppressed because they're mutants and stuff.
Yeah, it'd
Absolutely.
be
Yeah.
cool if they did that.
hmm
Will it be? I do wonder if it'll be as good as First Class though, because First Class is peak
I still
X-Men
need to see
movies.
First
I
Class.
adore First Class. That's my favorite X-Men movie.
Mhm.
Logan's
Have
the
I
best
watched
one.
that one, Nathan? Did we
Yeah,
watch that
we
one?
watched First. The First Class is the pre.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
not a
yeah,
prequel
yeah,
because it's
yeah.
a different
I
timeline, but
remember
I've
now.
not watched
yeah.
any of the new
James
or
Michael
No, I
Michael
remember
the
Fassbender
ones.
is Magneto. It's my favorite superhero casting. I adore him
Yeah,
as
that's fair
Magneto.
enough.
He dies. He gets not dies, but
Fear
he's
Magneto.
terrible by the end. And James
No
McAvoy is
dear.
also really good.
Yeah,
With some
this
casting
director is good news though.
for Spider-Man 4 or Brand New Day. So they have cast a Puerto Rican actress. Let me just open up this article real quick because I do not remember her name.
I can't even click on
Liza.
the link. Then.
I'm gonna fucking butcher this. Shit. Liza Colon Zayas. Colon
Like
Zayas.
colonoscopy.
Lisa
Yeah,
Zayas.
maybe
Right.
that's it. But
I
yeah,
think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah,
she's in The Bear. Plays Tina Morero in the TV show The Bear, and she's reportedly being cast in this movie. So people are thinking she's Puerto Rican. Miles Morales is part Puerto Rican. Hmm.
Liza Zayas. Right, there
There
we
you
go.
go.
She said her own name.
He has been. Obviously, we have the setup of Miles with the Prowler being in this universe,
hmm
with Donald Glover. So it'd be cool if he showed up in the MCU.
Absolutely.
I also was
And not
looking
a
in
bad
this
sign
article from
either.
IGN. I didn't know Sadie Sink was cast in this. I didn't know
What, in
she was
Brand New
officially
Day?
casted in this. Yeah, if you scroll down a little bit on the link, it
Oh, let
says
me
that
go.
she has remained coy on the rumors,
Hmm.
but supposedly she's been cast.
Huh.
There's rumors going around that maybe she'll play like Jean Grey. But yeah,
Maybe. We'll
and
see.
then there's all the rumors
Yeah,
like
it'd be cool.
Yeah,
It'd be
these.
cool.
because
I
I
mean,
think
these next rumors are quite nice.
they want to set up the X-Men as well. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, rumors we have the Shang-Chi choreographer coming over. I think that probably is confirmed, but
Yeah.
like the big
And that is
IGN
also
probably don't talk about
very,
it.
very, very big and very, very good because one standout of the Shang-Chi movie was the fight
That is the stand.
choreography,
In
and
my
I
opinion,
think
that's the best part of Shang-Chi is the fight scenes. When it's
some amazing
the early
like
fight scenes.
Spider-Man fight choreography would do so many wonders.
Yeah. And
So
Daniel Wu. Actually, sorry, keep talking.
hmm You know, like it did, especially I think in the Tom Holland trilogy, the fight choreography is probably some of the best we've seen in Spider-Man
I
movies
think
and consistent.
it was. I don't know. I don't know. I can't really remember many like
I
hand-to-hand
always
fight
think
scenes.
of the Mysterio, at the London Bridge fight.
Yeah. I kind of want
That
to
is
see
such
like
a well shot
more
one.
like
And then the apartment fight in No Way Home.
less CG fights. I want to see like practical ones. Like the practical
Yeah.
effects in Thunderbolts are fucking awesome.
Well, as I say,
So
the apartment fight
the
in
about
No Way Home.
yeah, I don't really see that
A
as a
lot of that was
fight. That's
practical.
just kind of like Pete just punching and they kind of like throw each other through the walls a little bit. So
It was still a fight. They were
it was
throwing
cool.
each
I
other
do
through a
like it.
fucking building,
Is
bro.
this guy? Okay, so there was also rumors of Daniel Wu in talks play Mr. Negative. So
Mhm.
Spider-Man PS4 movie.
That'd be cool.
He's
Yeah.
appeared in
I mean,
things
I've
such as Love Hurts, which no one saw. He was in Westworld. He played Jay in that.
Mhm.
He was in the Tomb Raider movie. Cool.
I did not know there was a Tomb
The
Raider movie.
Warcraft movie. He's in Hearthstone. Wow.
I don't think I recognize any of
He's
these
a Hong
movies
Kong
scrolling
actor,
through.
so I've not seen
Yeah.
many Hong Kong films.
I've been seeing a lot of rumors that like Stephen Yeun would be or like a lot of fan casting for Stephen Yeun to
Yeah,
be
he
Mr.
says
Negative.
he's open. He was gonna play Sentry, obviously, but then he had to drop out.
Yeah.
And he says he's
Mm.
open to playing someone in the MCU.
Yeah.
So I think
I
he'd
think
be.
he could kill a Mr. Negative role,
He's a really good
especially
actor.
like
So
obviously from his like yeah. I've
Yeah,
not
it'd be
seen any
cool.
live action from what I can remember, but obviously Invincible. We all
he's in
watched
a
Yeah,
Invincible.
Thief.
He's,
Invincible is so
he's
epic and cool.
you know
It's
I
cool.
love
the emotional
Invincible.
range he
He's
has
so
in his
cool.
voice is incredible.
And then
Yeah,
there's
character
obviously
like Mr.
rumors
Negative is great.
of it being
Mm.
a ground level reboot. I do think
Yeah,
the reboot thing is
they've scrapped the whole
likely.
yeah, they've scrapped the whole like multiverses thing from rumors
Good.
to go for a more ground level. I'm assuming that'd probably be on like the kind of seeing how successful Thunderbolts was,
Yeah.
because that's quite ground level with only kind of going up a few scale and towards the end.
Although if this was true, then this must have been like spoke about ages ago because this movie's going to be shot in
Yeah.
August of this year. So
hmm
I think yeah, with when they were probably making Thunderbolts, they were probably like, okay, this is like a good direction. Let's.
Yeah.
But I do wonder if he will appear in Avengers because he's still not been cast officially in Doomsday.
Yeah. Well, we
And
know Sony. They are.
yeah, I wonder. That's all we have for Spider-Man 4. Comes out next year. Is there a release date for it? Is it like June or something?
I believe there was a release date. Yeah.
Brand
New day
day.
release
I
date.
spelled new wrong. I put newy.
Okay, that's
31st
not.
of July 2026. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Damn, 2026. That is a stacked year. We get
Very, very
this,
busy. I mean, this
Doomsday,
year's a stacked year
GTA
anyway.
6. Just gonna put everything out the poor version.
hmm
Yeah. Cool. We like Spider-Man here.
Getting a very solid couple of years here,
mm,
2025 and 2026. Let's hope that they deliver.
Yeah.
So, like, a lot of things have been delivering this year so far. I've been quite happy with what we've been getting.
Yeah, it's all been pretty cool.
Now we have only bit of TV news. It's that Fallout Season 2 is finished
Can I
filming.
talk about this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically Fallout Season 2's finished filming.
Thanks. I thought that's what you. When I said
No,
that, I thought, is that what
actually,
you're
that's
gonna
what
do?
I
Because there's nothing we
I do
have.
much to talk about. I've seen a bunch of the set leaks.
Oh.
They all look really good. I'm on the Fallout subreddit, so loads of cool stuff in there. Set leaks all look really good. I remember seeing a video a while ago of Lucy the Ghoul and Dog, in like a shootout in a Starlight Drive-In. If Fallout fans will get that one, but if you're not a Fallout fan, what you doing with your life? That's just
The
not
one
cool.
hour
Like good
New
games.
Vegas.
So
Again to it.
yeah, Fallout, love it. The show is good. The first season is really good, and I think the second season will be great too. From all the leaks I've seen, I'm fairly sure it's like exactly the same cast. I don't think there's any new people that have been announced anyway. So,
I don't think so.
I trust them. They've done a good job. The first season was cool. I'm sure the second season will be cool. The third season, if they end up doing one, will also be cool. And I'm excited to see where the story goes because they've hinted at a few things. Deathclaws, Super Mutants, New Vegas. Hopefully we get some more NCR Legion stuff. Hopefully we also get a definitive answer on if the Brotherhood is the real Brotherhood, like from Fallout 4, because the show is set after Fallout 4, so it would have to canonize an ending, but at the same time, it could be a different Brotherhood, so who knows?
Mhm.
Because there's like loads of offshoots of the Brotherhood, you wouldn't even. That's a whole nother story. So yeah.
Alright.
It looks good from what I've seen though.
Nice. That's it. And then we have 2 reviews from Isaac.
I've got a couple of reviews. I would like to point out. The new Last of Us episode. I haven't finished, because not for any particular reason, but I just haven't finished it. But I've watched about half of it, and so far I have to say, I'm not starting to dislike it, but I'm starting to understand.
You've seen the cracks.
Yes, especially with Bella Ramsey's acting as Ellie. I don't think she's necessarily a bad actor. I just think that the way Ellie is written this season isn't like Ellie. Like season 1, I'd say yeah, Bella Ramsey, they do a really good job as Ellie.
Mhm.
But in season 2, I'm seeing that a little less. I feel like they're taking Ellie in a different direction to the
Yeah.
Is this referring to the
game.
the scene when
It isn't
Dina-
specifically that.
Okay.
Um,
I don't see that.
but
I've
it
seen
is
it.
part to do with that. I just think that the way Ellie is written is just different, just too different to the game to be sort of cohesive, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But all the like subplot stuff, like the Tommy stuff in the first 2 episodes, and the Joel therapy stuff, and in these 2 recent episodes, all the WLF stuff. Isaac, who's the leader of the WLF, and all the Seraphite stuff. That is all really interesting, all really done well. I think the weakest part of the show is Ellie, which sounds silly, but to me that is what it is. Obviously, nothing against Bella Ramsey. It has absolutely nothing to do with that. It's just the writing, I think, this season. So yeah, that's basically what I have to say about that. And then Walking Dead: Dead City. I really liked this first episode. The second episode is out. I've not watched it yet, and I will. But the first episode, really enjoyed. It felt a bit of a step up from the first season. I feel like it helps that Jeffrey Dean Morgan is just an amazing actor, and he brings back the old Negan, like the season 7 first introduced Negan. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but you know when he does the little pig, eeny meeny
I've seen
miny
it,
moe.
Yeah.
That is the Jeffrey Dean Morgan we're getting, and that is just so cool to see him back in the like lead in again, because in the first season he was a bit less. He was a bit more relaxed, a bit more Walking Dead like. Towards the end of the Walking Dead, he sort of toned down his character, but he's sort of bringing it back up now, and that's really good.
Being lonely got to him.
Yeah, exactly. The other stuff with Maggie and Herschel and Ginny, I think the girl's called. I'm not actually sure. I can't remember. But and with the New Babylon, It's pretty interesting, but I'm just more interested in seeing Negan, to be honest with you. I much prefer his character to Maggie, even though Maggie is probably one of my favorite characters in the main show up to about season like 5. Negan is a much better character, and I do think it will end with him dying though at some point. Maybe not this season, but next season. That's just a personal theory, but I guess we'll see when it releases.
All right.
That's all I have to say.
Solid.
For the 2 Walking Dead fans out there in the world that are left.
Yeah, the 2 of us that are left. Yeah,
You and your other personality.
3 of us actually. Me,
3.
my brother, and my mum. That's it. There you
Oh,
go. That's it.
Yeah. So that is all the news.
Hooray!
Mhm.
Pardon me. Oh. So it's time for what we've been playing and watching.
What we've been playing.
I'm gonna go first
Okay.
because I said so. And I'm the host
Go
this
ahead.
week, so fuck you. Oh god, I actually don't remember what I've been watching. Shit.
Now,
Oh, so
I wanna go
actually,
first.
this
What
is
the
pretty
fuck am I
important.
up to?
To our viewers or listeners on Letterboxd, in case you don't know, us 3 and our friends, we make shorts on Crusader
we?
films. Yeah, remember? We have to die for Dan and Kevin. Those are shorts,
Don't worry,
short
Yeah.
films.
Shorts, bro. We ain't done shorts in ages, bro.
Yeah, we do shorts films, which we normally do them in like an hour, but I'm starting to put them all on Letterboxd, so it'll be very epic if you went onto Letterboxd. There's Dino Cabins on there, To Die For and Vendetta. If you're looking for the right ones, the director will be me, Nathan Stokes, and you'll see like Isaac and Daniel's names on there. You actually get to see our last names, so don't dox us, please.
Yes.
But yeah, go on there. It'd
Dox
be really
Nathan.
cool if you were to review them, and just bit of fun. So that'd be epic, and give me more followers on Letterboxd, please. Thank you.
Mine's the best.
Oh, sorry.
My short film's the best, easy.
Yeah. Vendetta is good. I like it. But anyway, what have I been watching?
Might do more like that.
I don't know. I rewatched Stop Making Sense. That's the Talking Heads concert like documentary, which is awesome. I went to the cinema yesterday with Sam, who I think was in the Christmas special. He was on my team. Was he in the Halloween special? I can't remember.
I
Who?
don't believe
Was
so.
Sam in the Halloween special?
I don't
Yes,
think
he
so.
was.
Was he?
Okay. I remember him
Yes,
in
he
the
was.
Christmas one because we were on the same team with Callum and we won. Fair and square. Right, we did win fair and square. We went to watch Fantastic Mr. Fox, which is one of my favorite films, if you remember. So it was awesome to see one of your favorite films on the big screen. Now all I need to see is La La Land, and I'll be finished. Complete. Sorry, not finished. That sounds a bit weird. So yeah, I would love to watch La La Land on the big screen.
No, Sam
And-
wasn't there on the Halloween special.
Really?
No, it was me, you,
Was it
Isaac,
Paul?
Jade, Harry, Freddie, other Harry, Callum.
Ah,
Oh,
that
I
would be
thought he
what I'm
was.
thinking
Didn't think he was
of.
there.
The other Harry. Yeah.
I do not remember him being there because I was just thinking,
I
okay,
did.
where
I
could
thought
I have
no,
looked?
'cause I definitely remember Christmas one. Alright, Isaac. When's the summer games?
What? The summer games? What? Okay, right. We're gonna. I will do that. Okay, I will do that, but it might be more like end of summer, early autumn games.
Okay.
Right.
So,
Okay.
yeah, and then yesterday I watched some more Twin Peaks season 2. The thing was like I really am enjoying it. I don't know, I just don't really watch it. Like it's so easy to watch as well. Like those 15 minutes go by so fast. I don't know, I just don't watch it. It's weird. And then last night, me and Callum, who was in both the summer, he's actually won both the summer and the summer games. That's not happening. He's won both the Halloween Super Smackdown. Is that what it's called? That's what it's called, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe that was what it's called.
And the Christmas quiz. We watched the first 3 episodes of One Piece, the anime. So he enjoyed it. We watched the first arc, which is introduces Zoro and Luffy and Nami. But he enjoyed it. So hopefully we should be watching more tonight. Yeah, there's one cool thing about watching a series that it's really long and you're caught up, but then like going back and rewatching it, it's just like all these little things. Like people are surprised when they see like devil fruits, but nowadays that's all you fucking see are devil fruits. And there's like it's just cool to see like these little things which they mean loads back then, but nowadays it's just like pretty normal stuff. So the devil fruits is the big key, and then also like seeing Zoro and Luffy's little relationship start, their friendship. It's nice.
Yeah.
And then playing
As I say, I'm
games.
waiting for
Just
it.
been playing Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, banger. Yeah. What do you say, Daniel? Sorry about One Piece.
So I'm still waiting for that One Piece thing to come out.
The One Piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, One Piece is the fan edit. The issue with One
cool.
Piece is it's helpful, but it cuts some really cool scenes out of the anime with like the modern day anime. So just like, so
I'll just wait for the
I would recommend it for
new
like
one.
Dressrosa and stuff, which is really bad, poorly paced, but
Yeah,
they
as I
cut
say
some cool
though,
stuff
I'll
out.
just wait for that new one to come out, the one that's being reanimated.
Yeah, that one's probably gonna be good. It'll have younger
James
animators
Gunn,
and stuff.
the One Piece.
The One Piece. Oh God, it is. Yeah.
Have
One
you not
Piece.
pieced that one together?
No. Wait.
Pieced hat, Madame Tusk.
Wait. Say that again. You not piece that.
Come on, have you not pieced that one bit of information together?
Oh my God. He said what? Yeah. I wonder when we should be getting season 2 news for live action this month, Isaac. Which, cool.
I never watched the live action.
The issue I have with live action One
That's not
Piece is I think I said this in our little like review thing after we watched it was it's good. It's good for getting people into it. It just is not the. It's just I think if you watch that, you kind of have to go back and rewatch or reread some stuff because it cuts out a very major character later on in the story, like the midway
They
point.
could just be restructuring it.
Yeah, I think that bit I just don't like. Why restructure something that's perfect? Just leave it. But like I can see why they cut him out because he's an octopus person, so it's like how the hell do you make that into real life? But
Yeah.
maybe they could have like changed how he looked or something. Like they just completely removed him.
The One Piece community would have
So
like torn them to shreds.
I think they did when they moved Hayachi, but Hachi. I can't remember. I think that's how you say it. I can't remember. But yeah, because he gets one of the cool, like we get one of the sickest Luffy moments in the entire series, and I don't think live action. Well, I don't think it'll even get there. It'll be finished by then. But yeah, what to see about One Piece? I do wonder how far they'll get into live action before they end it. So, because the showrunner has left, which is not the best sign. But yeah, who wants to go next?
I guess I'll go
Just me.
next because I'm pretty sure
Oh wait,
I've
no.
not done mine.
Yeah, Nathan's been yapping for so long, I forgot who went.
I was not.
Yeah, Daniel, you
It
can go
wasn't
next.
You
that
cannot
long.
say that after Daniel's massive yap about Helldivers.
To be fair, you two
Yeah,
only
so-
felt boring because you guys
Daniel's
like
was
the
more
least
interesting,
engaged motherfuckers.
so-
I was engaged for like a good
I was listening
70%.
intently.
I was
okay.
listening. I just wasn't. At the end, I was just kind of like,
Well, if it's a game we all play, we can all fucking
I know,
interact with it. But anyway, speaking of Helldivers, though, that has been one of the games I've been playing. Me, Isaac, and Ben have been doing a fair few super Helldives, suffering against the Incineration Corps. I hate that faction so much. But yeah, it's been very fun. I start grinding some super credits again for the new war bond. And other than that, I have also been replaying Will of the Wisp to get my final achievement. I have one more to get. Played a little bit of Clair Obscur here and there. Really enjoying that still. I recently found one of the segments that everyone was talking about how painful it is to do. Not part of the story, but went out of my way to do it. And yeah, just a bit more cyberpunk recording for my university work. Honestly, literally most of my week has just been held up by AFKing on Minecraft and doing university work.
that's what you
All
doing
my
this morning.
deadlines are in the next 2 weeks.
Also, this morning I joined the realm and you were just sat at the firework farm.
Yeah, I still need to get Isaac his
So I
other
stole some
shulker box.
fireworks.
Oh.
I'm joking, no, I didn't.
Oh yeah, and I played a bit of the Splitgate 2 private playtest today. In fact, that's what I was doing at the beginning of this episode before we got to the Helldivers segment. So there you go. I still
I mean,
gave
I guess
the,
I can't compete too much.
podcast
We
my
are
attention.
our
Yeah,
sub name is the Helldivers 2 podcast. So
exactly.
if anything, we were living up to our name. technically.
Exactly. It's
So,
like probably the most mentioned topic on this podcast at the minute.
we've been mentioning it since
And it
day
forever will be.
one.
Exactly. And it'll stay being mentioned, baby. We ain't never letting this die. Even if the devs let it die,
Pretty
we
much.
will keep it alive.
I do wonder.
They're not.
If we're on episode 39, we should have maybe 13 weeks until we're a year in.
Yeah.
So let's see. 13 weeks. Will we still be yakking about
Mhm.
Helldivers 2?
Absolutely.
Probably will, yeah. Right. Isaac.
When is the year anniversary?
It is in August. I think it's the 8th
Yeah.
or the week after.
Oh, neat. Well, that's all me done because I've not been watching or doing anything really.
So, yeah. Isaac,
Yeah.
what have you been playing or watching? What are you laughing at?
What?
You're
What?
smirking. You're doing something.
Bro's been scrolling this entire
I'm sorry.
time.
I'm
He's
so
so clocked
sorry. I've
out.
been pacing myself laughing this whole time, man.
Why?
I've some funniest videos ever.
You're just scrolling.
I told
Honestly,
you he's
I
been
swear
scrolling
to God.
Instagram the entire time.
I
Have
swear
you not
to
seen him
God.
putting shit on his story?
Oh no, I've not seen that.
So
Oh, he
funny.
has.
He's been
It's
putting
so
stuff on his story
funny.
I've
throughout.
not seen this. Okay.
Christ.
It's so funny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Are you gonna at least send it to us so we know what the hell you're laughing about?
There's so many. I just for some reason have the funniest for you page all of a sudden. It's all fucking dogs as well. Okay.
Six
Oh,
dog.
dear.
I do like
Okay,
Six Dog.
what I've been playing. So this week I've been playing Apex Legends, played a bit of that with Harry, pretty boring. Loads of Minecraft, that's been pretty good. Setting things up. I've been playing Flame in the Flood. I want to keep trying to get the 100% on that. I'm sort of moving slowly, but I'm slowly getting there. I'm halfway done on the achievements. Watching wise, as I said, I've been talking about The Last of Us and Walking Dead Dead City, but I've also watched this week's episode of The Rookie, which was really good, and I'm really enjoying the season of The Rookie. And it's the season finale next week, so I'll rate season 7 of The Rookie. By the way, guys, just so you know. Other than that, yeah, not been doing much else, so yeah, that's about it.
Is that it?
Solid.
Snake.
That's it.
I'll
Okay.
say
Dog
I'm
memes.
Laughing at dog
not been doing
memes.
uni work.
So, if that is everything,
Mhm.
thank you for
No
listening.
seconds,
Been a
please.
bit of a hectic, not really hectic episode. I mean, I guess we've had Isaac scrolling through
We've had
TikTok.
an old other than scrolling, we've had a pretty like old school like podcast. We've actually had content to talk about.
Yes.
It's great.
So yeah, that's gonna it. 40 is next week.
Yeah.
Which I will tell you now, so Isaac remembers. It is our top 10 episodes of TV.
Top 10 episodes of
Top
TV.
10
Oh, I swear I've done
TV.
this
Oh,
I
one.
already
no.
have
Hold
that
on.
list, so you're fine. Don't read it out.
Forgot. Have I got that? Oh no.
I have a list,
Top
so actually.
10.
Did I
let me
make?
find
I'll
it.
even write it
I
into
don't
here, Isaac. I'll even at you so you can remember.
Top 10 TV show episodes. Nah, you're good. I got it.
TV.
What's my letterboxd username again?
Serialized.
I swear I've done this before.
I mean, serialized. Yeah. What is my username again?
So yeah, your name on it
What?
is. I'm finding it now. Rightfully. Denial. Oh.
Oh, is it literally just an icon? Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Password would be probably that. Yep. Okay. Do I have a
Okay.
list?
So that is
Shit.
next week's topic. We have a week to do it, so don't complain if you don't do a top 10 by the end by this time next week.
What if
Yeah, I've already
perchance
done it
one of
once.
us here has some responsibilities in the coming weeks?
Well, before you go to bed, I don't know, kind of do it on your phone.
I'll try my best
Put
to
some music on in
remember.
the background and just do it. I don't know.
I'll try to remember some episodes, but honestly, I don't watch TV that often.
So that's everything. Again, episode 40 next week. Thank you for watching or listening. And something, why didn't we ever say this? Like and subscribe.
What?
And rate us on Spotify.
Yeah,
Like and subscribe,
say
rate us on
that.
Spotify,
We
share
never
us
say
around. We
this.
need more. I want to see us grow on Spotify, bro. That's the app I use every day.
So, yeah. That might actually be the first time we've ever said that. And with 39
We probably
episodes.
have said it. So I've probably said
We
it at
must
some
have,
point.
maybe at the start, but we don't usually say it. So,
Yeah.
but oh well.
But no.
Yeah, that's it.
We do enjoy doing this like every week. It is a little fun.
Unless someone doesn't do the things that I tell him to.
It's hectic
Yeah,
to set
like
up, yes, but
who
once we get
doesn't
into
do the
it,
things?
As
that
dead as
Nathan
we
doesn't
sound,
say.
that's just life at the minute.
That
But
is
yeah,
just because we record these at like 7 o'clock at night on a Sunday.
maybe we should start recording them early.
Oh well. Right. Well, goodbye, everyone.
Right, in a bit, everyone. Have a lovely night. Well, actually, day,
Goodbye,
because we record these in
Sigmas.
the morning.
Mm.
Well, we upload these in the morning.